So, Savage Lands keeps on changing and evolving, but the one constant is that there is always 3 dragon towers. Well folks, not anymore! Right, welcome back. So in episode 9 we're still exploring the opt-in beta version of the new map. The developers are still working on it, but once completed in a couple of months, it'll replace the original island that we saw in Season 1. Hello mate. And at that point I believe the game will also leave early access. There, just leave him to it. So there's much to discuss today. We're currently on the main island on the way to the eastern coastal town, as promised in the last episode, but there are big changes inland too, which we'll have a look at, including a new dragon tower, a kind of discreet dragon tower, unlike the other ones. There's the one back on the starter island. There's a tree. And there... well, you can't really see them because they're behind things. But in the distance, there are the other 2 as well on the main island. But there is now a 4th, which we'll have a look at in a bit. So I'm just going around on the coast at the moment towards that coastal town. It might be a bit further than I thought, actually, because it's probably about a quarter of the way around the main island. Anyway, in the second half of this episode, we'll return to the starting island to investigate another change where Lord Kruul now spawns in the town of Saval instead of at that bridge. So it's going to make getting off the main island, or getting off the starter island, a little trickier. So this main island is quite easy to explore right now, but when it's finished it will be crawling with mobs. Obviously I also have all my top gear on me too, on my Randomise user character. This will go away at some point. When it leaves early access, none of the saves will work anymore. In fact, they're bringing in a new save system quite soon, so that actually might happen sooner rather than later. I'm really going cross-country here, aren't I? Still no sign of the bloody village I'm looking for. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. The land runs out. I forgot there's this bloody river. Okay, so the town is actually further away than I thought. It's more on the northeast of everything. Although, again, compass directions, I'm not 100% sure about. Oh, hang on a second, I've got a bloody compass. This is my main man. Somewhere in my inventory, I should have a compass. Actually, this would be a good time to show you that there's new artwork. A lot of the stuff has now been given better-looking stuff. Which is rather nice. And also, if you hover over things, now they give you proper tooltips as well. That's not very useful. Oh, there's my compass. Let's just put that in. Put that into there. Is that a wolf I hear? Yes, it is. Let's rage bane it. There, you went down quickly. Right, let's just go back in there. So when you put your mouse over things, look, cooked wolf meat, and it tells you exactly what it gives you. If you go down to the rest of my food bag, which is here. Also, if something cures poison, like the Sundered Surprise, it'll tell you. Also the same for like frostberries. And nuts are just, well, they're just nuts, aren't they? And that's a purple coneflower. Really not much to say about that. Ragebane, some bandages, and of course the enchanted chest, which they'll probably take out of the game at some point because it's so stupidly overpowered. Because when they first introduced the access to the main island, they accidentally left an enchanted chest spawning in one of the houses. So some people took it as an opportunity to grab as many as they can. But yes, they won't last forever. When the save system changes, a lot of these old saves will just go up in a puff of smoke, and we shall all be most distressed. That's not a word. So I've just nipped around that annoying little inlet, that little cove, and we're already getting a few little bits and bobs by the shoreline. That's just a thing. Thing off. And we're onto a little road. There are quite a few roads in this on this new map, unlike the old one, where there was nothing, just a great big circle. Right, so what is this anyway? This is just some stone pillars, just the possible remains of some ancient wall that fell over because someone leant on it a bit too much, or something, I don't know. They haven't quite introduced lore back into the game yet, other than the scraps that you see in the journal. Speaking of the journal, they've started to add new artwork here. This used to be a dragon scale for some reason. Now it's a lovely little bunny. And there's a lot of old artwork here, but there's a few new things scattered about the place. I think Lord Kruul now has proper artwork. I don't think that was there before. And of course, all the usual bastards. Hello, Mr. Forest Giant. Ah, hang on. There in the distance. I can just have a quick look down there. All full of ice now. Ah. You could probably get off the... Yeah, you could probably get onto the ice there, and off again. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so over there looks like that looks like where the town is, because I'd recognise that funny little floating thing anywhere. Things don't quite pop up at the right times just yet. I think they're working on that. So, okay, so let's just carry on going down this road, and we should hopefully be in that city imminently. Right, so we're kind of like on the outskirts of this walled city at the moment. There are... Oh, let's get rid of him. Oh, I'm trying to attack him with a compass. Dual-wielding a compass. Yeah, some huts. Nothing in there at the moment. What used to be a blacksmith, but is now just a stone house. Another matey boy. Die. Yes, another one of these. We won't look in every single building, don't worry. I'm actually on my randomised user character, which is ludicrously overpowered. Mainly because, at the moment, there's not a huge amount of surviving to be done anyway in the game. I mean, I think this Season 2 is really going to focus pretty much exclusively on the beta version of the new islands. I think we might try, when the actual game comes out in full release, when there's actually loads of mobs everywhere, and it is how the game is intended, then we'll maybe start a Season 3 and actually have a proper Let's Play. At the moment, it feels like there's no point in trying to pretend this is a proper survival Let's Play when you can't really, when the game's not in the right state at the moment to do that. Wandering around the main island is just so easy at the moment, even with a weaker character. Let's have a look in here. This is another one of these really tall buildings. Oh, this is like the refitted version of the old town hall, just one floor, with a few spawns and everything like that. Quite a few buildings as well. We've already seen a lot of these sorts of buildings elsewhere, so I won't dwell on this. But yes, this is a really nice sort of place. It is noticeable how there are actual mobs in this one, because when we saw that first town in the centre of the island, that was just basically deserted. So yeah, this is a lot more dangerous. This, I suspect at night this will be Fury's territory as well. Sadly, still no names yet on the main island. Otherwise, you'll be able to see that on the bottom left above the chat box. Yep, some more buildings over there. Impenetrable walls, dragon statues, now no longer floating. And it's basically kind of like a port town. They were talking about this back when Chris was still on the team. They were talking about making a port town ages ago, back on the old island, but that never came to pass, I think. Okay, so we've just basically taken a tangent from the shore. There's the walled city over there, and we're currently going in this direction towards the really kind of rocky, tall tower over there. That's the nearer dragon tower. That's the one near that guarded wall thing. So we will actually need to cross the river, the little rivery poos. Thankfully, it's not too wide at this point. So we should be able to cross without too many cold-related issues. Right, so yeah. Oh, actually, you can see it. Lads, you can see the 4th dragon tower. It's there. It's a really short one. So let's actually creep across... let's creep across the river here. This should not kill us. Fingers crossed. Yeah, in fact, it's pretty much dried up here by the looks of it. Just getting our feet ever so slightly damp. Not affecting our cold at all. So just going on the northern shore. This is the northeast quadrant, I guess, of the main island. The one that's separated by the river and the lake. This has got its own little dragon tower, although now it's got 2. How do I actually get round this? There's actually quite a lot of stuff that we haven't seen so far. I mean, I've in previous episodes I've taken a very whistle-stop tour of this main island, but there are lots of little nooks and things that we haven't already seen. Like, there's all sorts of little things here, which I don't think has made it into a video just yet, or lots of old ruins or whatever. And also, I mean, I don't know where I am now at all. Let's just try and creep up here. This is... I don't know if this is a realistic part of the game. This is... Oh my god, I'm stuck. This is a who gives a shit bit that no one will ever see apart from me. Here we go, look. Oh, hello. I can't use that one. Use my spirit blade, or was it a soul stone? Oh no, hello. Dual wield. Die. There we go. Pop. There. Loot all, bastards. Oh, look at this. So there's a kind of ruin thing up there, which we can't get to. And there's a little path by a little cliff here. I said, religiously pointing out every last bit of detail. Okay, let's just keep on going in this direction. I'm mindful that this episode will go on forever if I show you absolutely every last thing. So let's get to the 4th dragon tower. Is that it? That might actually be it on the horizon again. Yeah, that's it. That's the little one. That's its bigger brother up there. It is a really shrunken small tower, which is very strange. Okay, so let's head over there. Right, getting close now. Just over there, just for continuity reasons, I just want to point out that in a previous episode, when we first was investigating the Dragon Towers, that's the slope I kind of half ran and half fell down. Just right there, when we went down towards that lake. So now I am starting to piece together exactly how this whole sort of island works. In fact, also, let me show you this. I'm just taking a bit of a right turn. We've seen kind of this area before, but now it looked quite different because since the ice update, they've added ice, really. They've added a shitload of ice all around this little region, creating a kind of strange area with all kind of broken bits of ice all over the place. So I don't know if it's now a different way up to this up to the actual tower or not. But let's climb up on the ice itself, actually, because I want to go and see the tower from... because you can actually see this new dragon tower. You can actually see it from kind of above. In fact, oh god, that thing that's popping in and out, that's the statue that we saw previously. When we were crawling all over this, this all used to be rock, now it's all ice. So let's try and find a way up top. Let's actually go that direction. There seems to be a fairly natural path to follow. I just want to get as high up as possible, so I might need to do a bit of mountain goating. Hang on, what's this? Oh, it's a bloody another wolf. You know when I said there were no mobs on the main island? Or not many, anyway. Well, there is. Just not huge amounts. As I say, I can deal with them quite easily anyway. Right. Come on. Come on. Aha, here we go. There it is. There is the 4th Dragon Tower. Yeah. It's not very impressive from this angle. It's a bit tiny. Let's just go down to it. That's the first time we've ever been this high up. So we can actually see down onto a dragon tower. So look at it. This is so close to the top. Look at it. Let's go round its circle and admire the topitudinous of it all. Also, not a word. Also, interestingly, staircase. Now, I've already tried this, I admit, and you can't do it. So you just clip straight through it. So you can't get up actually on top of the tower. You probably would be able to if you were clever enough with building structures, building houses. You might be able to leap on there somehow, but I'm not going to bother now. Also, it's nearly sunset. Yep, just for the record, the dragon does actually land on this tower. It's not just a kind of an old ruin that's ignored by the dragon. The dragon does eventually come here. So I'm actually going to try and wait for that to happen because it's quite fun because we'll actually get to see the dragon close. Oh, hang on, is he coming this way? He may be coming this way. Keeping my Rage Bane handy. Obviously you can't kill the dragon just yet. Not in the Unity 5 version anyway. I think the dragon's going off to a different tower, so I shall see you. I think I'll wait here and I'll see you after the edit. Whoa! Eep. Yeah, I literally just reloaded the I reloaded the world, and the dragon actually spawned on the tower. Now he's buggered off. To the other tower? No, he's actually coming. Yeah, he's actually coming back. So this might be the first time in season 2 when I've actually been attacked by Kerr. Hello, mates. Long time no kill. Ow. Got ever so slightly singed there. This is not the best place to actually have one of these encounters. That's right to the very top of the level. There we go. Come on! Get tonked! Yeah. Well, sadly, as I say, you can't actually tonk him at the moment. Oh, get on with it. Up! No. Yeah, you bastard. There's no fun when there are no trees around to burn. Yeah, piss off, Kerr. Okay, right. Okay, just so this episode doesn't last forever, we shall now start on a new map and go back to the starter island and have another look at Lord Kruul. Right, started totally afresh. I'm on a new map, or newish map. I think this might be a recycled one from another episode. So I'll do a few things on the starter island, because a few things are worth pointing out. We'll quickly nip over to Rodan Farm, just to show you the first really, really minor new thing that they've put in. Just continuing on the theme of new artwork, which they're continuously adding. And they never actually quite tell you what they've added, so you actually have to find for yourself. In this case, it's just something really minor that I noticed when tootling around collecting cotton. Those old haystacks, those kind of big dome things, have been replaced by these. There's actually much better drawn things, and now they're finally solid, so you can no longer hide inside them, and deer can no longer jump out of them and startle you. Yeah, by the looks of it, I have actually picked all the cotton from this map. Yeah, this is one of my old ones. Yeah, so that looks rather cool, because it was really strange how you could walk into them previously. Didn't like that at all. Okay, so where are we going to go next? Very quickly, well, we've got to go to the bridge, but I'll go the slightly long way round, because I want to go to the Dragonstone, and because it's no longer called the Dragonstone, they've changed that. Great, I've got an episode title called the Dragonstone, and now it no longer exists, so hooray! So I'm just going to basically go on the right-hand side of the Dragon Tower, so I'll be there shortly. I'm nearly there. Oh, yeah, there we go. And as you can pretty much see, not very well, just above the chat, there's the name of the stone, and it's now called the Inferno Stone. And there are some, in theory they're supposed to be charred skeletons, I'm not quite sure if they are or not from here. But equally, if you go into, actually the journal, there is a reference to the Inferno somewhere. This might take a while to find, it might not be in here. I really shouldn't have set off doing this without planning it. There it is. The Inferno Stone Shard. So you must be able to mine this thing at some point. Just kill him off. And, yeah, so the Inferno Stone is the Inferno Stone. I'm sure that'll reveal its secrets somewhere down the line. Right, just coming up onto the bridge off the starter island. Just going to prove there's no Kruul here anymore. You are going to have to go to Saval first if you want to complete the bridge. So, I don't know what it's going to be like to have to do that every single time you start a new map, especially with an existing character. I suppose it's kind of supposed to be a bit tutorial-y, but it would be nice to have a way of skipping it. I don't know. So I'm basically going around the coast to get to Saval now, and there's not a huge amount to see along that coast, except for the swinging skeleton Easter egg that's on the title sequence of these Season 2 videos. So do go check that out for yourself if you want to laugh. Right, coming up on it now. Don't know about you, but all that ice really makes me want to have a gin and tonic. Delicious gin. Right, so we're coming in from an unusual angle, actually. Yep, here we are at Saval. And there he is right there in the centre, in this ruined town where there's not much of a warm welcome anywhere, to be honest. Hello, mates. This is going to be simplicity itself with these weapons, so don't expect a big boss encounter. Yeah, there we go. I might as well get his skull soul thingamabob, just in case I need it again for a different map. But yeah, bollocks to you, mate. And then you take his skull, go to the bridge, and then you can get onto the new island. Okay, so that's basically it, I think, for this episode. We've done a lot, we've seen a lot, there's been a lot being put in the game recently. Coming up soon, I believe next in the game, they're going to add the new save system, so maybe old saves won't work. I don't know how that's going to work yet. But also, hopefully they're going to have they're going to start adding the new items that we saw in the previous episode. When you go into the journal and see all these weird, well, not those things like the horn, and various other things like feathers and flowers and leaves and all sorts of mad, cool stuff. I still don't believe they're actually going to put sharks into the game. I think that's just a cruel tease. Maybe you'll find bits of shark tooth washed up onto the shore. Maybe that's the way they're going to take that, rather than actual sharks. There's not exactly much room in there for anything, really, is there? Oh look, there's the very start of the game over there. Okay, so thanks for watching. We'll pick this up again next time, when there'll be larks aplenty. Actually, there might actually be actual larks. Yeah, they're definitely putting birds into the game at some point. Yep, so subscribe to be notified when future episodes go live, and to also see all my other videos, which are often very different to this. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.